We are officially here. I am here to listen to. Again, I'm a day late, but that's just kind of how the streaming schedule works. This came out yesterday, and so I am reacting to it the day after on a stream day. But yeah, we are here. We are here reacting to ENHYPEN's Bad Desire. Now, before I get into anything, before I get into the video, I am thinking about reacting to the album. I've never reacted to, nor just even in my own time have I ever listened to an ENHYPEN album before. I would always tell myself that I would, and I just have never gotten around to doing it. I guess I've just pushed it off and procrastinated it because I'd always seen just ENHYPEN as a group that I just listened to their title tracks for. Even though I have listened to some of their B-sides, because I'm pretty sure Sacrifice is a B-side, and then there's another song of theirs. Um, was it starts with a C? I don't know, Chacon or something like that. I don't remember how to pronounce that, but I've listened to those two, and I believe that both of those are B sides, and that's because I heard those songs on like a random video on YouTube, and I ended up searching for those songs and listening to them and adding them to a playlist. But other than those, I've never listened to albums of theirs, so I've never heard any B sides besides their. I've only listened to their title tracks, and I've really liked ENHYPEN's title tracks. I haven't listened to every single title track of theirs. I'm pretty sure that I haven't listened to the entirety of No Doubt. I haven't listened to. Have I listened to the entirety of EXO? I might have listened to the entirety of EXO, but I don't think I've seen the entire video for EXO. I'm unsure with that one. And then the one following No Doubt, I don't think I've seen. Like, there's a few title tracks of theirs that I haven't seen, but of the ones that I have seen and heard, I've essentially liked the majority, if not all of them. I wouldn't be surprised. And so I just don't know why I've never gone into looking at their albums. Now, depending on how this song sounds, um, I don't doubt that the song is probably good because again, I have a history of really liking their songs. Um, I am setting a criteria for myself as to meaning what's going to determine whether or not I listen to their album. Now, if I like really like this song, like really, 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 like there's something so good about this song to where I'm like, nah, I gotta check out the rest of the album. I will check out the album, but that's gonna happen next Wednesday because honestly, I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired today, and so I don't want to spend more time. Even though the album's only like 21 minutes long, I'm the type to be able to stretch that to like 50 unintentionally, just like normally. And so I'm not trying to sit here for like an extra hour listening to an album. And so if I really do end up liking it, I'll be reacting to that album next Wednesday. Um, because there's a couple more albums coming out next week, and I will be reacting to those on the day that they come out. I'm just again really incredibly tired today. Uh, if I don't end up reacting to it, if I don't end up, I guess necessarily loving the song to that degree that I just mentioned, then it might just end up being a song that, uh, or not a song, an album that I listen to on my own. It won't be something that gets recorded and posted because I only stream 3 days a week, I already have very limited time in regards to the things that I do take a look at. Um, because I'm pretty busy otherwise throughout the week. And so, the only time that I really have the time to look at videos and content is on my stream days. And so hopefully I really do end up liking the song to that degree so that I can listen to the album. And if not, it might just be something that I try to listen to in my own personal time or just maybe later down the line because I do want to listen to other albums of ENHYPEN's, especially for the songs that I really, really, really liked. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into their newest song. I did see that they had a pre-release when I checked out the album to see how many songs there were. I didn't realize they had a pre-release, so maybe I will check that out again if I end up listening to the album. Um, I might just look at it anyways. We'll see. But yeah, ENHYPEN, Bad Desire, with or without you, official MV. What's up, guys? Editor me here. Uh, you're about to see a very interesting jump in a second to the end of the video. Now, when I was streaming, I forgot to record the stream and did my best to try and download the video, before any of the music was muted in the VOD. I thought that I was safe in terms of saving this, but what appears to have happened is the entire reaction to the video was just cut from the VOD that I downloaded because it was muted uh, on Twitch. And so you're just getting my reaction to the very end of the video. That's so unfortunate. I don't know how I forgot to record the stream in the first place. But immediately, once the stream ended, I did my best to quickly download it in hopes that nothing would be muted. But unfortunately, this is the only part of the VOD that got muted. And so this part was just cut out entirely. And so I did react to the studio Choom immediately after the music video as well. So what you're about to get is the very end of the music video reaction, and then me going into the studio Choom and then watching that. Again, I apologize. I don't know how I forgot. I'm gonna have to have some kind of reminder or something to pop up on the screen for me next time to make sure that I'm recording. I thought I was safe. I thought I was so safe for the moment I started editing. I was like, why the hell did it jump from that to this? Only to realize that it cut out the part of the VOD that was muted. So, again, if you've gotten this far, which you probably have because you're expecting the reaction here, I'm sorry, man. But hopefully you'll enjoy the Studio Choom. I mean, it pretty much houses the same emotions that I somewhat had during the music video reaction. But yeah, if you're not interested in the Studio Choom, thank you for clicking on the video anyways. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. The bass, bro. That was sick. Did that just disappear on his neck? Wait. Okay. See, now I'm conflicted. Okay. Wait. Before we get into any of that, before I get into any of that, my initial thoughts. Oh, because this kind of ties into that. This kind of ties into that. I like this song. I actually do really like this song. I like this song in regards to, I don't know if it's the pre-chorus or if it's just the start of the chorus. But it's like, maybe I can just go back to it. It felt somewhat nostalgic. I might not have gone up enough. Even certain melodies remind me of this too. It's a pre-chorus. The instrumental as well. My bad. What the hell am I doing? Okay, I think it's a pre-chorus that I'm thinking of. For some reason, it's giving me... I was about to say something very redundant. I was about to say it's giving me boy group. They're very much a boy group. I'm thinking Western boy group. So think of like your... Why the fuck was that? What the hell was I about to say? Maroon 5. Think of your Backstreet Boys. Think of stuff like that, right? This sound, I'm gonna go back again. Just the melodies too. I guess to be fair though, the song that I'm thinking of is, I'm pretty sure Solo. Hold on. It's like a solo member. The sound, for some reason, I don't know why it is, and also, again, I keep mentioning the melodies. It's giving me, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, now give me a second. I've listened to the song that I was thinking of. Let me play this again and let me see if it's even somewhat accurate. Kind of, but not entirely. I'm thinking of Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. For some reason, every time that pre-chorus comes in and the melody's there too, and even a bit of the instrumental, it reminds me of that, which is why I say boy group, because again, there's multiple of them. This isn't just a solo. And so it's giving me that. It's giving me Mirrors by Justin Timberlake, and I can't quite figure out why, because every time I went into it, that's what I was visualizing. That's what came to mind. And I'm like, I really, really like this. Like, I really, really like that. But I think besides that factor, regarding the song, I'm trying to see is if that's enough for me to be curious about the album. Now, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna watch the music video again. Mainly because of the fact that like the two videos that I'm about to watch right now, they're gonna be in the same video. I'm gonna listen to. I'm gonna watch their studio tune performance. It'll give me an opportunity to see the song from a performance perspective, as well as it will allow me to hear the song again. And after that, I will decide whether or not I'm gonna react to the album. And if so, again, that'll be on Wednesday. And if not, it might just be something that I either come back to way later down the line or something that I might listen to in my own time. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and go over to the studio too because I really need to know. I need to figure out what my thoughts are. Okay, we're now here with ENHYPEN's Bad Desire Studio Choom. Again, I am watching this video, one, because I wanted to see the performance for it. I feel like a lot of what was in the music video, obviously we got some performance from them. But I think I was so caught up in all of the effects and stuff like that that the choreo itself kind of took a back seat to that for me along with the song itself. And so I wanted to be able to see the choreo a bit more clearly here, as well as being able to listen to the song again to determine whether or not I'm going to listen to the album. Because as I said, I do like the song, but it feels more so for nostalgia as opposed to like maybe me being 10 toes down with the song, right? I might just be like 7 to 8 toes down. And I want to be 10 toes down before deciding that I'm going to react to an album, because reacting to albums do take quite a bit out of me. And so I have to be very uh, picky when it comes to the albums that I listen to. And so we're going to go ahead and get into this. Bad Desire Studio Tune, let's go. They look great, by the way. Oh, something that I actually didn't mention in the first bit before we really do get into this. I technically, to some degree, have seen ENHYPEN perform. I did watch their Coachella stages. I watched both weeks, and they did such an amazing job. So there will be a point in time, regardless, that I will get into their content. I do believe, or at least their albums, if anything, and that is going to happen at some point. Me watching this is just to determine whether or not I listen to an album of theirs for the first time sooner rather than later. Yo, the choreo there was crazy, especially coming at the camera. Yeah, camera works insane. I really love Nicki's voice. Nicki is the only person in the group that I can point out. I apologize for that. Voice and the choreo there. The floor choreo, man. It's a catchy song too. I love the his tone really complements the rest of the members. Yo, nah, bro. I still don't know. Oh, I still don't know. I want to say that I'm going to react to it. I want to say that I am. I forgot they do the ending chorus. Yeah. Adorable. Okay. What I'm going to say that I think I'm going to react to the album. I think. We're going to stick with I think, because I think leaves room for it may not happen. I liked it even more the second time. But the thing is because I'm judging this song, even though the genres are completely different. I am comparing this song to other songs of theirs that I'm like, technically I like these songs more because they're more in line with the music that I like to hear the most. So I really liked No Doubt. No Doubt was a song that I really, really enjoyed from them. Fever, I really enjoyed. There's a lot of their songs that I just really, really enjoyed. Again, Sacrifice, stuff like that. And this sound is definitely different from those. But that nostalgia factor there, along with the fact that I do actually really like this song, I feel like I'm at an 8. I'm still at a 7 or an 8 with them, as opposed to a 10. But that's still quite high. So I'm going to say that I think I might um react to this album. I'm going to give myself until Wednesday of next week. Um if by the time Wednesday next week gets here, because again, I'm not going to look at it today. I already said that I wouldn't, even if I was going to listen to the album definitively. Um, it wasn't going to be today. It was always going to be next Wednesday. I'm going to give myself until next Wednesday to decide whether or not I'm going to listen to this album. And if Wednesday gets here and I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of in the mood for some ENHYPEN, I'll listen to their album on Wednesday. But so far, it's going to be, I think I'm going to listen to it, but it's not a guarantee that I'm going to listen to it, because I do really like the song. I actually like the song a lot more than I realized I did, especially on the second listen with this. Also, I know I haven't said much about the choreo. They ate the choreo too. I really love the floor work that they did a lot for that. Um, but yeah, besides that, I do think that I'm just gonna leave a window open for myself to be able to decide not to and get around to it at a later date. Because again, I've said this before, I have some groups that I am hopefully soon going to start getting into. Um, Obviously, this is completely off topic from this video, so if you're even watching this far, thank you. But you can kind of go ahead and leave. I'm just going to get into some other things. There are some other groups that I am going to be, I guess, quote unquote, deep diving into soon. Hopefully soon. There's so much stuff coming out this month and kind of next month that it's a bit difficult to figure out when I'm going to start doing that. But Twice is going to be the next group that I deep dive. I first did that with Extraordinary Heroes in terms of their music. Listen to every single album of theirs. Watch so many not necessarily performance videos. I forgot what they're called, but like live clips. I've seen like a lot of their content in regards to their music. I haven't seen really much in regards to behind the scenes things like it's like personal content, but in terms of music, I've seen a lot of theirs. So I kind of consider it a bit of a partial deep dive as opposed to a full one. But I've done a bit of a deep dive with them, and I'm gonna soon be doing that with Twice. Once I can find a good opening to. I was gonna start that earlier this week, meaning on Wednesday during my last stream, but because there's so many albums and stuff coming up, I didn't know the next time in which I would be able to get around to seeing their stuff again, and I want that to be at least an every week type of thing where I'm looking at content from them. And so that's being pushed off just a little bit. I'm trying to find like a nice opening for me to start looking at their stuff. With Twice, I'm definitely going to look into their content more than I did with Extraordinary Heroes. I'm going to be listening to all of their albums and stuff like that. I'm going to be obviously looking at more content in regards to the songs on those albums, but I'm also going to be looking at more variety content from them as well. Uh, just because I've been saying a lot of that pop up on my Twitters and stuff, my Twitter and YouTube shorts and stuff like that, I find myself really interested in the personalities of the Twice members, and so I wish to look into them a bit further than what I did with Extraordinary Heroes, and so hopefully I'll be getting around to that as soon as I can. Next will probably be TXT. The reason this ties into me talking about ENHYPEN is because there could be a point in time in which I do a bit of a partial deep dive like I did with Extraordinary Heroes, where I kind of go through and listen to all of ENHYPEN's music, meaning all of their albums, any covers and stuff that they may have done. Yo. Any covers and stuff that they may have done. And just like any and as much of their music as I can get my hands on. Again, whether that's covers, original music, dance practices and stuff like that too. Just any and all of that. So I'm going to do that at some point for them, but I do need to get around to Twice and TXT first. TXT might also be a partial deep dive. I'm not entirely sure about that just yet. But so far, Twice is probably going to be the fullest deep dive, and the other two groups might just be partial. We'll kind of see how we get around to that, but I am going to get around to ENHYPEN at some point in regards to that. But yeah, I enjoyed my time here. That was fun for me. That was a really good song. Again, made me feel quite nostalgic. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end that there.